Do you know what you were born to do, what you're naturally good and gifted at? And think about this. You were born without the degrees and the knowledge that you have. So if you've never went there, there's something that you were born to do. You're naturally good at it. Hi everyone, Dr. Vernita Glenn White here. I go by Dr. V and I am your brilliant solutionist. I help you embrace your brilliance as you expand your life, expand your business, and explore untapped potential and possibilities in multiple areas of your life. We are continuing along this self-expansion and personal growth plan journey, breaking it down. How do I get started? What is it? And today we're talking about skill set, personal skills. This is one of my favorite topics to talk about. And again, these are just touch points to just jumpstart you, to get you started along the way, especially as we're coming up on the new year. And I want you to start approaching your goals differently than maybe you have done so in the past. So skill set, a lot of us have these amazing skills. We can do a lot of things. We've learned a lot of things. But I want to know, have you operated in your gifts? So I like to break it down as your learned brilliance and your born brilliance. A lot of us, especially the clients that I have and the people that I work with, are highly credentialed, highly educated, formally trained, a lot of knowledge. And then there are some people that I work with who are, they're knowledgeable, but it's like self-taught. But it's like they've read all of these books. They've taken like a lot of these, non-traditional classes, and they just know stuff, And that's what I call like your learned brilliance. And a lot of us are really strong in those areas. But I want to know about your born gifts and talents. Do you know what you were born to do, what you're naturally good and gifted at? And think about this. You were born without the degrees and the knowledge that you have. So if you've never went there, there's something that you were born to, you're naturally good at it. And maybe they said it to you and you're like, oh, okay, you equated that to a career path, but it probably had nothing to do with the career path. It's like, well, you like to argue, and so you must be a lawyer. But it's like, well, no, I just like to be direct and get my points across. So maybe I am a great orator or a public speaker or motivational speaker, just something as simple as that. So as we're talking about personal skills, I want to know do you believe your skill set matches your purpose? And I'm not going to get into purpose because, it's a lot of conversation about finding my purpose. And I'm like, I think you already know your purpose. Is just whether you are going to align and walk into your calling. But for the sake of this, we'll just say for the time being, your next assignment, your next task, because the purpose of expansion is to grow in multiple areas, not just go higher, but also go wider and go deeper. So do you think your skill set matches what you're supposed to be doing in life? Now, one way to think about this from early on, if you've been following, I said, think about your personal vision and mission for your life. Just like companies have vision and mission statements, you should have one for your life. And the skills that you're acquiring to get stronger, the knowledge that you're obtaining, are they aligning to your purpose or the next calling or that vision and mission that you have for your life? And let's not make purpose this whole big, like, oh my gosh, I have to go seek it. We all have this internal knowing of what do I do next, or how can I expand my impact and influence and contribution to the world. And the world may not be the whole world. It could be your community or your next door neighbor. So let's not make this so complicated. And sometimes my high achievers, would like to be up here and make things complicated, but let's not do that. So as you're thinking about what skill set can I up level, does it align with your vision and your mission of what you're supposed to do next? Look at what you've already learned to do. Do you need to strengthen that, or is there something else in your life that you need to strengthen? I can't answer that for you. I can give you guiding questions, if we decide to work together. But you can sit there and ask yourself those questions like, well, I know that I want to have more impact in the community. I want to be, do something like feed children everywhere, whatever that organization is called. but I'm over here learning about computer science. Now, does computer science allow me to fulfill that calling or that next assignment? Does that align to my mission? For a time being, it could. But then it's like, okay, that no longer serves me, but what else do I need to learn? Or what am I good at automatically? Like maybe you're really good at connecting with people and you start working on that, but then it's like, whoa, I need to upload this, because that's the other thing. Sometimes we're born with gifts, but they can be underdeveloped, so we still have to cultivate those natural talents, right? So like a singer can be great, but if they haven't done the exercises with their voice, or they're not using their voice, it can go dull. So same thing with another born skill set. So think about that as you are thinking about how to expand. So it's good to learn some technical skills and, get degrees, credentials, and other things like that. But there's something on the inside that, I'm really good at problem solving. How can I work and sharpen my critical skills, my critical thinking? What can I do to make sure that it is allowing me to grow in the areas that I want to have more impact and influence and potentially income? All right. So think about that as you are thinking about your personal skills. I know some people say focus on your weaknesses or your deltas, and I can see that. However, the books that I read and the people who are at the top of their game, they say that's what they hire other people to do. They hire other people to complement where they are not strong, and they focus on their strengths. But again, that's just my opinion and opinion of a few others. But again, your personal growth plan, your personal journey, is all up to you and how you want to expand. I just want to drop some nuggets in there for you to consider as we are going into this new year and beyond. I don't think I talked about this in any other video, but this is not something that you have to start from scratch every year. Those of you who are afraid of doing a 20-year plan, you just need to have I think I would want to look like this in the next 20 years. And it's okay if it changes, right? You just want to have a focal point, a North Star for you to start going there. And then those of you who are great at the 1 year, 3 year, then the ones of you who are great at the 20-year plan, start challenging yourself to scale it down a little bit. Well, what would I look like in the next 30 days? What is the North Star what's the 30-day version of the 20-year? If that makes sense. And what skill can I get now? Because it may take you 20 years to do something, but you can learn something in 30 days or less, So I hope that makes sense. I hope that's landing for you. Let me know. So as follow along the other videos, they are building upon themselves. And again, this is your skill. Does your skill, whether that's your learned brilliance or your born brilliance, I say you need both, are they aligned to your personal vision and mission? Let me know what comes up for you. Put it down below. Let's make sure we stay connected. You can get my free life class at drvernitaglenn-white/start here. The information will be in the link below or at the end of this video, whichever way the card comes up. And I will see you on the other side. And in the meantime, remember to be well, be empowered, be bold, and be brilliant. Until next time, bye.